get Savage Roared away, and the Jakiro just offers such a big buffer here with the attack speed slows. If CK tries to initiate, you just get double attack speed slowed and nobody's in trouble at all. So yeah, again, feels like a triple good lane setup for Liquid here. Taiga will be bullied away. No Ice Path skilled. He might just die, though.
He is. Win run comes to an end. It's got the Fairy Fire, but Matu's ready to dive in with the bear. Amar will be able to pull the bear back in time. So that will save him. But back up on the top lane, Misha dead again.
Hoxie's 4-0. It's just killing the maiden over and over. This is going to give him boots, and this is going to make it even easier to do it again. And he also has the luxury of looking for rotation, actually, because in this mid lane, if BZM ever gets caught with Avatos without having shift on, even if he's on 600 or 700 health, that hammer coming in from Boxy will be the difference maker in finding the burst. So, tough times again for OG. You have to see them find some success somewhere soon, or it feels like it's just the same game once again.
Now we'll see Misha head back towards that top lane, but he has to be so careful. Boxy, especially with the wave pushing in, these two heroes will dive again. Of course, I guess, you know, having a mid-morph, the sort of chances for OG to have TP backup coming into that top lane, it's not too great this early on in the game. As we can see right now, all three cores of Liquid top spots right now on the CS. And Taiga, he has got the win run, so he'll be out. There's a point in the ice path into the dual breath. That's going to cause some issues for Taiga. Amar's going to turn, and there's the rotation from BZM. They will manage to punish Matuma Man. Taiga able to live. They should clean up Insania here as well. BZM, an unsuspecting movement there, gets the haste rune and comes in with the early gank here as a mid-morph, picks up a double kill, a huge move.
The classic side lane gank when it's 6 from mid-morph. Yeah, he really needed the haste rune to do that, and this is the mark of a great player, right? You get this opportunity offered to you and you make the most of it. Obviously, this play does not happen without this haste rune, but he didn't hesitate for a moment when he got this. He knew exactly what the play was going to be. And this is huge impact for OG to find these 2 kills. If he does't rotate down there, we're looking at a 6-0 scoreline. Windranger would have definitely died. And Amar might have even been in trouble afterwards, because there was plenty of mana where Insania got a couple more mangoes or something. So, yeah. That was important. It's still looking hard for OG, but it's the start of a potential recovery with Morph getting more of a game.
Oh, man, big damage being done to the tower top. Already less than half HP. Misha in trouble again. He's going down once more. Mega kill streak now for Boxy. He's 5-0-1 as they just continue to relentlessly bully Misha in this top lane. 6 deaths now on the Maiden. And Yuragi, he'll be able to jump to the side, but I think Liquid, they might have a chance of chasing this. He'll try and juke back across them, but the static link is there. Starbreaker at the ready. They'll clean up both kills this time in the top lane. Zai and Boxy, once again after a hot start. We saw what Zai was able to do with that last game. He's on the same trajectory here. He's 2-0-5 already, 8 minutes in.
Yeah, so just like last game, the Yuragi Misha lane now is 0-7 minute 8. I think this is a little bit earlier than last game when it happened minute 9.
I think so. It's rougher this time.
But the good news for OG is this time only 1 death on Ricky instead of the 2 they had last game on Yuragi's PL. So a little bit better in that sense. But man, we're really looking for a silver lining here for their safe lane in these 2 games. This has not been pretty.
It's been a rough one both times round. And meanwhile, over on the safe lane of Liquid, whilst they did get caught off guard by that earlier movement from BZM, outside of that, Matu farming just fine as the safe lane lone druid. Very hard without a +1 for OG to make those moves. They do need those rotations if they want to try and go for kills, catch out Matu and Insania.
Yeah, notice Matsu is saving a skill point. This is pretty common to do on Lone Druid, because you can get a root, then you can level up your bear, and that resets the internal cooldown and the entangle. So this way he might find a kill later on, and he doesn't need the extra level in bear, because he's just free farming anyway, so it doesn't matter. And now he's reserving an additional skill point, so he can either skill Savage Roar or True Form if that's needed as well. Finally a kill on Boxy here. Yuragi will get that. That was a 4-man rotation from OG to finally get something. Big kill for Ricky, though. That's a major recovery from him getting those, like, 400 gold that he got from that kill.
Yeah, needs everything he can get here. Yuragi right now, as you can see, at the bottom of the 6 cores in the game. So needs a bit of time. I mean, OG as a whole, they need time. You know, when they're running this sort of mid-morph safe lane Ricky, it's not like this lineup's going to become explosive anytime soon. They need some breathing room. They need to be able to get at least their first major items online before they can really start to look for efforts to fight Liquid.
And I'm really curious if this goes to a later stage. Oh, hang on. Misha might just get blown up here.
I think stepping a bit too close. They've got him. So BZM jump forward. He'll turn into the Tiny. Use the combo against Mickey. Won't nearly be enough damage to threaten him. Mickey's fine. He can back off. Also be able to bottle up an invis rune. May just be enough to enable him to look for some action off the back of that.
Oh, and you're quite an expert on this. What do you buy on Ricky in this game? Because I have no idea.
I mean, it's got to be the defusal, right? I don't think that... Is there any other way to play the hero right now? I feel like you have to get different.
That's a good question.
I know, but back in the day, you could go for like the Battle Fury, but you know, it just ain't what it used to be, right, with all the changes and such. So you have to go for defusal and fight, I feel. Maybe the Manta, if you're feeling pressured. Now, good setup. I mean, Matu's going to be able to get the ult off. That extra bit of HP will give him a chance to walk away. Amar looks to grab him, but the fear's there, pushing them back. They've got the Solar Guardian coming in as well. Matu's going to be fine. OG, they've got to retreat. They weren't able to kill him in time. Matu with the ult, with the backup. Just a little too tanky for OG to punch through right now.
That was a great shackle shot to set that up from Taiga with the bear onto Lone Druid, and Matu gets ulti off on like 5% health. So, close. Would have been a nice pick for them. They might have even got a collateral
look
after
at this.
it. But...
Is Mickey going to find someone with the invis? Let's see what he's got here.
Yep.
There's the setup. Ice Bath to follow up. There's no save here for Amar. BZM's heading over. May see if he can get something in return. He's got enough burst to get insane here. Mickey, they'll have another round of spells in a second. It would be a big kill if they can take down this Tiny, the 3 of them. I'm going to try their best for this one. There's a lot of magical damage over towards the Wind Ranger. Starbreaker as well. Mickey will get the kill, but he does fall. BZM getting some crucial cleanups there around their own triangle.
Okay. Yeah, pretty good trade there for OG, I would say, considering that Amar died like that. Finding the Tiny kill in particular, very good for them. He was on a killing spree. The bounty of that went to the Morph, so BZM continuing what ironically seems to be a ganking mid-morph game, almost. He's in every kill that their team has. He's 3-0-2 with a 5-kill line for OG.
Yeah.
And I said, compared to the Coddle from last game, that BZM was going to struggle to find the same impact in terms of at least pushing waves, but he's finding picks instead on the mid-morph.
No, he's
building a carry route. No E-Blade or anything like that. Obviously, it's not as good as it used to be. He's going for a Dragonlance after Yasha, so I guess just man to Dragonlance Scotty is probably the build this game. Seems pretty stable.
Yeah, and I like it as well. I think, you know, BZM's got to go full carry this game. He knows that his side lanes have struggled. It's not been easy for his other 2 cores. And BZM, with the start that he's had, he may just have enough of a beginning to be able to take this game on his shoulders. So excited to see what BZM's going to be able to do with this sort of lead, because he is going to have to do a lot here to hold back Liquid after the start that Liquid collectively has managed to build up here. 13 minutes in, 10-5, 4K lead.
Well, Yuragi roaming around a little bit here, and Ricky would probably like to find some more farm, but the map is not very safe right now. Top lane is a Mars. The bottom lane, you're aware that there is a sentry, and there's missing enemy heroes that could just take you out within the blink of an eye, basically. I think the Dawn plus Lone Druid could easily kill him if they set it up and get a root. But he will finally muster the courage to go to that bottom lane and get some CS and try to gather a little bit of intel here, running to the left to see if there's any heroes. And now that he knows that there isn't, he feels pretty safe to take at least this one wave. But you see they're already hot on his heels. This sentry is pretty well placed. If they find a fear, nice TP on.
Yeah, he knows he can't risk any moment hanging around when Liquid come hunting for him. Still incredibly vulnerable at this point of the game, Yuragi. Top lane, Liquid starting to get into the jungle. Amar, he's going to make an effort on towards Zai, but Zai's got a BKB and he's got a hell of a lot of backup. Dual Breath, Macropile laid down, Solar Guardian coming in. Zai's able to commit him with the BKB, take out Amar. We'll see BZM jump forward to look towards Zai. Zai trying to retreat, but they've got him. Ice Path will hold back the rest of OG for now, but they may have a chance to continue chasing. They do waveform forward from BZM. They'll be able to take down Insania as well. Good response there from OG. They may lose Amar, but making sure they find the trade. And as we're seeing BZM continuing to keep this 100% participation in all the moves that OG's making.
And it's not like he's showing up and just grabbing the kill. He's actually instrumental in every single move. The kills don't happen without him, simply put. Like, if he isn't there with the static link on the Razor, there is no turnaround play at all for OG. So, yeah, really important. And again, BZM, this is the kind of game that Morph can actually truly just carry, even with Ricky playing more of a setup style. If he gets big enough on the Morph, there's good matchups. He can steal the static link and start laying into the Razor or the Tiny with that if he BKBs himself and just fight them. Oh, we need to be careful here. BZM.
They're going to be able to get the setup. They've got the burst. They'll take him down. Exactly what Liquid needed to do. They knew that BZM was starting to get a little bit out of control. 4-0-3. The kills against this Morphling, incredibly valuable for Liquid to be able to find. We'll see mid. Misha probably going down again here. I see Yuragi. He's going to jump over, but this is into the Macropire. It's going to take quite a bit of damage trying to stand this ground here. He has to jump back to safety. Power shot will catch Insania. So OG, they will be able to take a kill out of that. But now it's going to be...
But it's a really expensive...
Yeah.
It's a really expensive kill. Morph is everything that's keeping OG together right now. So whenever he's out of play, Liquid can feel very confident and comfortable with playing offensive in the enemy area. You see... bottom lane, they're controlling the wave. This is one of the biggest assets of Dawnbreaker, regardless of position, is her ability to play garbage cleanup. She's... Oh, hang on.
Oh, he's fine. He's got haste rune, and even if he's threatening the Solar Guardian.
You just effectively park your Dawn down here, and it feels way better when you play support, but there's even situations in the game that you can do this as core. You just play the worst lane on the map that nobody wants to be, and you throw hammers to push the waves, and you're globally ready to join the fight. So it's kind of like... Imagine if IO had a really reliable and fast wave clear skill for every wave and didn't need to play with his teammate. That's what Dawn does in this game state right now. So it's really, really nice. It means Liquid can play the enemy jungle without having any expense of their own tier 1 tower bot. And they're always going to be 5 heroes top. So yeah, this top tower is now gone. Matu will claim that. Does he have the Deso coming out here? Is that the first hammer? No, it's a full Deso now.
It's a full yeah, 17
Probably
minutes.
Means Roche is on the menu here. OG's teamfight is very lackluster, so they only really have a CM ult and a 2-man shackle as their key teamfight abilities. So going into Roche should be a no-brainer for Liquid at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, that CM ult's going to be almost impossible for Misha to get off in these fights. So many things there to put a stop to it, and multiple ways to just kill him off. Right now, not even offering to put the point in it. Knows that it'll be too difficult to stand this ground. Into the Roche they go, as you say, and they'll make quick work of this one.
If they were sitting on a smoke right now, I think they'd really want to pop it right away and just keep the pressure up. The only smoke they have is on Dawn, who's sitting mid. Ideally want to just transfer that smoke to another hero, because a lot of the time as Dawn, you're going to be playing on the opposite side of your team, so it's better to put smokes and wards on the other support in the game. But yeah, either way, they got the Roche here. Aegis will probably go to Matu. I wonder if they're going to just try to go high ground, honestly. I wouldn't blame them for it. I think they're strong enough to potentially start knocking on the front door. But they can also try to control the map a little bit better and get the last remaining tier 2 towers.
I mean, now, if you're OG, are you turning up for these tier 2 defenses, or are you just having to let the outer towers go?
I think it's really hard. They at least have the shard on Ricky to delay things here, but that's one he has had to pay for. That's 1,400 gold out of the bank of Yuragi that could have gone to, you know, becoming a carry. He will have that sleeping dart, which is, to be fair, a very good shard. But if you do play carry Ricky, this 1,400 gold is just so important, right? Like, you want to get Manta, you want to get BKB or Bash or Axe, whatever it is. Things just get delayed a lot. So this is all right.
He's getting it onto Boxy. Good ice path for the Macropire will allow Boxy to get the space to back off to the side. Sleeping darts there out onto the Dawnbreaker, sets up for the power shot to knock him down. Boxy taken out. Liquid now still look to fight back on this one. They still feel very strong around the bear. Amar getting surrounded. He's taken out. Midgate's in with the combo. Burst through Tiger. See the ult from Misha off to the side, but it's not quite clipping onto anyone, and Liquid are kind of ready to just charge straight into this. Zai over towards Misha, the bear as well, ready to chase down the Crystal Maiden. I'll be able to slow the bear with the Diffusal Blade. The combo of Mickey will catch Misha on his escape. Liquid still able to take the fight despite losing Boxy at the start.
That was about as much as you could have hoped for from your 5 Maiden as well. Even though the ult didn't kill anyone, it was effectively the only reason Liquid didn't completely run them over in that fight. The zone control from that, you're an 0-8 Maiden before that fight. This is about as much as you're going to get out of it. And the way it all started, Yuragi felt confident going on the Dawn there in the mid lane because they had both sentry wards down. So he was indeed not visible, but the counterplay from Liquid was just too strong. Matsu has the Aegis.
He does have the Aegis. Ult's going to be back up in 30 seconds. The bear taking a lot of damage here. Matsu will continue to get...
Nice power shot.
We'll be able to make sure they get that plus 300. Matsu is able to live.
I mean, there's no bear. That's pretty big. 1 minute. He's not going to really find any meaningful farm.
Yeah, we'll see again in this last fight. Huge amount of effort put into taking down Boxy. And just a little too split up for OG. Amar trying to take a second support kill, going for Insania off to the side. But as soon as he gets too far away from his team, Matsu with the bear, Zai and Mickey jump back in upon them, and OG can't deal with the fight. Back in action. Talking about Amar, they've found him again. With the Gale Force to blow Zai and Boxy back to the side. Space is there for them to take out Insania with the poison, the sleep dart on Boxy. They might be able to set up for more. BZM's in with the combo. They cut through Boxy. And turning into the Razor, look for Zai. Zai is going to opt for the TP out. BKB and a TP will save him. But a nice little opening there that OG's able to find. Matsu nearly down to the neutral creeps. He's got to be a bit careful.
Even if it's only 2 supports, it's just you're buying time and you're staying in the game, and the Aegis from Lone Druid is going to expire most likely without being used. There's 1 minute and 45 left. He'll summon a bear now. But if you can effectively stall that out and not get pushed, this game is starting to look very possible again for OG. Like, usually you don't feel like, okay, killing 2 supports is a total deal breaker, but it's more about the time that you bought for your cores to just have a little bit of a breather, more so than the kill bounty that you got from those 2 heroes. Just really means so much. Yuragi's closing in on a Yasha, you've got Amar closing in on the BKB, and Morphling just completed a full Scotty now on BZM, so a lot of value coming OG's way in the next few minutes. Things are really lining up to have a pretty good fighting chance. It's still looking like an overall Liquid favored game, but much more competitive than the previous one.
No, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt about it. OG last game, this point in, it looked like they didn't have a chance at all. This one, they definitely do. It's not going to be easy, but the chance is there. BZM.
Was the last game even this long?
What did it end up being? Let me have a look. The scoreboard last game.
I feel like it might have been
It wasn't yet.
Already.
Last game, indeed. Yeah, it didn't just look like it was over at this point. It was over. Yeah, ended 21 minutes 33 last game.
Yeah. All right, mid tower's gonna go down here. Probably. Possibly. Nope.
Eventually.
Right. They'll get it later.
Liquid definitely giving some respect now to OG. I know that OG can jump and control burst individual heroes pretty reliably. And once BZM does have the Manta, he's going to be quite the nightmare to control in the team
Aegis
fights.
expiring in 5 seconds. This is an important moment. OG smoked for this specific purpose.
And
you want
Yuragi.
to jump Matsu and kill him right when he runs
Immediate
out.
jump into the side. The Solar Guardian heals coming in. Matsu is getting healed up a little bit. Will it be enough? Toss to the side. Mickey getting him off. The burst caught him. BZM was able to nuke him down, take him out before he could get the ult off and get that bonus HP. A huge kill for OG, but can they find more out of this? BZM waveforming in aggressively. You see Misha run down by Zai with the Eye of the Storm, but with the Skadi, BZM's punching into Zai. Zai having to back off. BZM, he's going to be ready to run him down, turns into the Razor, gets the link going. BZM takes him out. Zai will fall. See BZM, he's going to want for more here. Over towards Boxy. Boxy has to go step to, not going to save him against the strike, but the trees are coming in. BZM taken down incredibly low. The ice pass there. Mickey, a few punches. It isn't enough. BZM will live. Waveform out to the side. I don't know. It got so close there, but BZM doing his all here to carry the game for OG. He stays alive, gets huge kills out of the fight. Next time round, he'll have the full Manta to turn up with. I mean, we're seeing him be that elusive and that unkillable without it. You throw that into the mix, they're really going to have to do everything to take this morph down.
Dude, what an awesome fight from both teams. Like, the whole way OG set that up by smoking, and they're connecting with 2 seconds left on the Aegis. They jump Diffusal Smokescreen, the Lone Druid. They almost kill him. He gets tossed away by Mickey, and it delays that inevitable kill that they did get, but it took them a lot longer and a lot more resources that they wanted. And then this final tree toss combination into Ice Path is just so close. Jesus Christ, that was... Oof. Imagine this with a Crystallis. That's just a team wipe right there.
BZM really setting the pace here for OG. 15k net worth. And he's ready to smoke up here. They know now, without the Aegis on Liquid, I mean, if OG's able to find another team fight, they'll be able to sort of knock this gold difference back to even. See who they can catch. And if they find Insania, he'll be an easy one. And Insania almost looking like he's prepared for them to try and approach from this angle. And if they did, he wouldn't mind tanking it.
Pretty nice hero to have in this position, right? You're a 5, you don't mind too much if you die, but also when the enemy team does ruck up and try to counter your wards, you actually have counterplay. You can drop all your spells from long range with this Ether Lens, and maybe it can turn into a fight that favors your team even, despite them opening with a mana advantage.
I think Liquid's gonna have to really think about their next move. And they're gonna feel it that OG have done a good job of holding them back, despite Liquid having that lead since the laning stage. The game definitely becoming much more complicated for Liquid to proceed to the next point now, especially with the Aegis gone.
I wonder what you wait for. You've got the Crystallis on Tiny, which is a huge bump up in damage here with the axe that he has. Iragi.
Tease him with it here with a bit of a sleep dart. Nothing more to follow. I've got the full basher now, I believe, coming out for Matu's bet. They're going to go for a smoke here, Liquid.
Important detail in the upcoming fight, Boxy's out of Vessel charges, and that's a big part of the reason that BZM almost died in the previous one. He will probably use his Manta offensively quite a lot of the time, as Taiga was there and is no longer there. So if Boxy doesn't get involved in an assist sometime soon, that Vessel could become... having no charges there could become instrumental in OG's ability to win an upcoming fight. Let's see. For now, pretty calm. You know, you killed the Wind Ranger, but you're going to just use this to map control. If you're Liquid, you want to wait for the next Roche, which is only 25 seconds away. Boxy is still on garbage duty on bottom lane. So the other 4 can play tight and play together, keep pushing out this wave mid with the Tiny Axe, which is another really amazing benefit of this, aside from obviously incredible teamfight damage. It gives Tiny a reliable way of pushing waves without showing, so it's very hard for you to jump him while he kills the whole wave, and it will kill the whole wave every single time. So difficult for OG to find opportunities.
We're going to get the big time now with Roshan. Would imagine that OG, they will want to have something to say about this if they know that Liquid's heading into the pit.
Yeah, this one they're going to contest. The last one they knew was happening, but they just couldn't do anything about it. I think this time they can be competitive. They've got a Pike on their morph, so it's an additional way of solving the Razor for them. Both for himself, but also for Ricky if he gets linked, or if CK gets linked, you can bring Amari into the fight. At the same time, OG would love to wait just 100 gold so Amari can finally get his BKB. But unfortunately, or rather 500 gold, unfortunately that's too long. So the rush will be dead, so never mind, no contest.
Okay, yep, they're not going to do anything about this one. Liquid, get it once more. Aegis for them, Shard as well.
Shard on Tiny? He already had that, right? So I guess they got the Lone Druid one?
Yeah, I think so, right? Yeah, I think must have been
he must have bought it.
Yep.
Yeah. So Lone Druid Shard.
Yeah, McKay.
So it's a really good shard. The Savage Roar. It's also very impactful for the Tiny, right? To get this move speed and attack speed, very strong.
And do you like this as well? You know, Misha just building here to try and get the ult off in the fight. It's going straight for the BKB on himself.
Yeah, I think he has to. I think it's the only item he can buy here that truly feels like it can change the course of the game. Like, you could buy a Glimmer or a Force Staff, which is, it's always nice, but with this item, he can pose a threat and actually make himself a priority target for Liquid's heroes. They have no BKB piercing stuns, and they have no way of really killing the Maiden fast either while her ult is running in BKB. That armor will be enough to sustain him for quite a while.
We're going to see a huge step up in the damage from Mickey in the next fight. You know, he's hit the level 20, got that bonus damage, plus 40%, and he's also got the full Daedalus, so... Yeah, unlikely that we see BZM able to pull off any more of those low HP situations if there's a whole volley of trees heading his way.
That Shackle Shot from Taiga somehow didn't latch to the range creep, and that almost cost him a tower. That one will, though. It's gonna be a dead bear. More than likely.
They might
Maybe
be able
not.
to save it. Get blown back up to the high ground. I'll put them back in. Fear's there, but it doesn't matter. BZM's got the burst. That's the bear gone. That's a resummoned.
You can still just map control now as Liquid. Again, just notice how much value they're getting out of Dawn here. You just keep pushing bot, your other 4 heroes pushing top, and then you go back and clean up mid once in a while, and effectively you're playing a bigger portion of the map than the enemy team is. OG will try to make a move here. Good Shackle.
Nice, good jump onto Zai. See the Solar Guardian coming in. See if they're able to heal Zai up. In time to get the BKB and the Lotus up. Over to the side, Misha popping the uppers. Immediately put to a stop by the fear from Matu. BKB and Lotus is out on Zai. Liquid, they're ready to turn around the fight now as they chased out Yuragi with the static link, but he's up to the high ground. Amar still trying to come in with the BKB. BZM into the Razor form. Will charge down Mickey with the static link. Mickey's able to kite it out finally. The fear again pushing back Tiger. The trees are out. Tiger goes down. As in the river, Mickey with the avalanche combo controls Amar. It'll be a dead CK as well. They kill off Zai, but now outnumbered. OG, they've got to run. The slows are out onto Misha. We'll see if BZM feels that he can have anything more to do in this fight. Doesn't look like it. He'll continue to retreat. The avalanche tree volley catches Yuragi. The fear's there to put a stop to the escape of Misha. Liquid, they'll clean up the team fight big time. They take 4, they only lose Zai.
Yeah, really good response from Liquid there, and crucial in the middle of that team fight. It actually looked very close, like OG could turn that into a victory, but a blink shackle from Taiga just narrowly missed a 2-core connection, which would have set OG up to maybe win the whole fight and come back in the game. But that one not landing just spelled their doom. It was so easy for Liquid to turn around after that. But yeah, you're seeing they're trying to jump Zai here at the beginning of the fight. But look at his itemization. He's got Shiva and Lotus. He's insanely tanky. If he is the target that they're going to initiate on, you factor in that he has 40 armor and a Solar Guardian. You don't have the magic burst to kill this guy actually right now. So I don't think this is the target that you want to start on, even if he offers himself up next to a tree. Excuse me.
And it feels just so hard for BZM in these fights to carry. You know, he's got so much net worth. He is at the top, but it really is just, it's so incredibly skewed in terms of the split of value on the course of OG.
It's lonely at the top this game for him.
He's nearly, pretty much is double the net worth of, you know, Amar and Yuragi, just to give a real scale of how different of a game BZM's having in comparison to his other 2 cores. You know, he's got so much to carry here, and it's just a little too much, it feels, unless he can pull off some insane moves.
Smoke here from OG. They're going to be looking for Matsu potentially. He has 40 seconds on the Aegis though, so this one wouldn't be as clutch as the other one. But they're going to find Zai.
He has got BKB.
Donald is ready again.
He's got all his actives.
I don't know if they can do this.
The BKB's out. Yuragi's jumped in. He's got the tricks of the trade-off in time. Is he able to escape though? He's not. Yuragi gone. It's going to be Misha dead as well. Tiger having to escape from Boxy. Amar, he'll commit him for the team fight. He'll get himself in onto Insania. Won't be able to put a stop to the tree volley with the stun, but he's having to run with this BKB. The Bears chasing after him. They've taken down 2 OG, but they will lose more once again. They lose 3. Mickey with the cleanup.
Similar situation. This time the trade for OG a little bit better, but they just need so much time to kill this Razor. Like, Morph is committing 10-15 seconds of that fight, just constantly fighting into the Razor, using Adaptive Strike, using his Pike offensively just to get in range for the final attack. In the meantime, his team is just getting absolutely pummeled. Everyone else on Liquid just has a completely free fight. Zai essentially tanked. I want to say like 80% of the damage they took that fight almost was probably on him. it's so easy for Mickey to play under these conditions on this tiny engine. He's just finding the most value out of it. Solo killed the Ricky 99% of the way. He gets tricked with the trade-off, but he's static linked, so he gets auto-attacked when he comes out of it. And again, just an easy fight for Liquid. OG's lineup just doesn't have that team fight and that oomph that they need to really take it to Liquid. And at least if they wanted to kill this Razor first, they needed more in the way of magic damage, so he just gets blown up immediately and you can get that man advantage. Maybe with a Silver Edge on BZM, that will push him over the edge so he can do it quickly enough. It's a quite significant damage increase if he comes out of the invis.
I mean, and it's just insane in terms of net worth. I mean, we see it now. You know, Boxy, he's more farmed than Yuragi and Amar. You know, you don't see this often at all in the OG games where, you know, Amar and Yuragi are behind the enemy's position 4. As now Liquid, they'll be ready to push up to the high ground. Let's see what OG's got to do to stop this. There's Yuragi. Already taking half his HP there to the combo off to the side.
Had to Manta to get out, so that is not available for the next 20 seconds in case he gets rooted or if he tries to perhaps dodge out.
Oh, Amar, he's jumped in.
Oh, that's...
I mean, the bash is there into the fear. He's getting locked down. He'll put the BKB, but he's already dead. So Amar gone 70 seconds. No money for buyback either. 800 gold short. It'll be an easy second set of racks here for Liquid. And they'll take barely any damage at all.
I think Amar blinked into an ice path, right? I think Insania predicted that there was going to be an offensive move coming from OG.
It was either into an ice path or I think maybe into a first hit bash from the bear. We might be able to catch that. It was one of the two.
Yeah, whichever one it was, It was a really good, like... Either way, it is a command that either of the players had to issue there because the bear was hitting the racks, so they had to predict that CK either had to jump there or just lose the racks. So whichever one of them was quick on the fingers basically cemented that push, and maybe they can even go and finish off the game here. You could also, you know, take it easy. Roche is not far off. Maximum respawn time is 3 minutes, but looks like Liquid mean business and they want to get done now. They have to play tennis later today, so can't be late for the match. Going to be playing against Gaming Gladiators.
What's he back in action?
Damage from Mato here. Oh my god.
They're already going for the third and final set of racks here, Liquid. OG smoked up. What did you say, Liquid? They're going to be feeling that they can take this one rather leisurely, no sort of pressure. See again back in action. Indeed, yeah, the ice path was down. Was it still there when he jumped in? It was. So you're bang on. Straight into the ice path and then caught by the avalanches, the bashes. They had all the follow-up to lock Amar down.
It was a really nice sequence from Liquid, how they managed to force him all the way down to 10% before he could BKB. Like, the chaining of stuns they have isn't, like, the most obvious, right? You've got Ice Path, and then you have Avalanche and the Savage Roar, but if you in any way stack them incorrectly, then the CK might have half health, get BKB off, and maybe there is a fight there. Now Shackle's Eye, okay.
All right.
He's completely alone.
He's going to have the heals coming in from the Solar Guardian. He's full HP. And now, Link over towards Amar. Amar, he'll have to be careful. Steps out to the side of the fight, taking huge physical damage. Will drag in Zai, but Zai's more than happy for that one. Just means he ends up on top of him with the Eye of the Storm. BZM's trying to fight back, but he's got to get back to the side. Boxy now being focused by Yuragi, but Yuragi falling so low. Buys time with the tricks of the trade, but he still goes down. 3 dead on OG. Yuragi will buy back, but that's a luxury that Amar and Misha cannot afford themselves right now. Tiger, he'll try and cut the creeps now. In fact, he can't even stick around for that. He's got to TP out, get back to the base, see if they can pull together one final defense, but it's going to be hard, if not borderline possible here. They're down 27k, 32-17. Liquid in position to look for the Megas. A fortification, slow them down momentarily, but I don't think Liquid's going to be heading anywhere soon. They'll try and make the jump, but the fear's there from the bear, pushing back the two of them. They'll jump now over towards Zai. But Zai, he just doesn't care at all. They don't have the damage to threaten him. BCM will be able to get over with the jump on towards Mickey, and he has got the burst to take him down. Mickey will fall. Tiger Shackle Shot locking down Zai, but the Solar Guardian's back up. They had to step away from Zai. Damage to the base, it's been done. The Mega Creeps are out. BZM goes in with the tiny combo, bursts through Zai, brings him low. BZM setting up for a second. He's taken down Zai. Let's get them set up onto the bear here with a sleep dart. Liquid, they get the Megas, but they will be forced back. BZM able to take just a little bit of something there from that defense.
If OG are quick here, they might also be able to grab Roche and give themselves a potential Hail Mary play with this Aegis and just looking to run into a fight. The problem is if Boxy isn't dead and is not getting caught, his Ags ult is just protecting them completely. There's no True Strike on the OG side, so it's really difficult for them to kill anyone that's staying inside that ring. They're predominantly physical damage, and that evasion is just too much.
Well, the speed of the win run will save Tiger, despite getting feared. Has to be careful. I mean, OG, they're trying to jump over towards this. BZM, he's in. He's going to go jump straight towards Matu. They catch him on the backlines. They've taken out Matumba Man. Now over towards Instania. The stolen ice bot. BZM turning into the Chikira to set up upon him. They get the kills.
Okay.
And now Roshan's up. OG, 23k down, but now in a spot with 4 dead on Liquid that they can step into Roche. They can take this for themselves. And this is going to be a huge pickup as well, because BZM, you can see it. He needs to carry so damn hard here. He's getting the Rapier next. He's going to be able to have an Aegis to cover that purchase if he wants to commit for it.
This is not over. It's obviously stupidly hard for OG, but I've seen worse Mega Creep matchups than the one they have right here because BZM is this big and will be getting the Rapier probably before the next fight. Liquid need to not fall asleep here. This can still... This is throwable. It's not throwable by a lot. Good old Gaben is giving them 99%. I kind of disagree with 99 if I'm honest. I do think this is... with a Rapier in hand on the Morph, this is not that easy to close out anymore.
I mean, when that 1%'s BZM, it's not a bad 1% at all, especially considering how hard he's played so far this game. He's playing out of his mind here, 29k net worth, doing everything he can to try and carry OG towards this game 3.
And with this team fight that they just found at the end there, cleaning up Roche and then getting the Lone Druid kill, they actually swung the net worth by 10k in 1 minute. So, huge recovery for them. The Rapier is now complete. It's flying out to him. He's also going to get the Paladin sword. Oh my god, it's dying to the creeps. Oh, he had shield. Could you imagine? Wait, is that hit going to land? Oh, well, it did arrive and drop the Rapier for him.
Oh my goodness, that was...
Okay. Yeah, I guess as long as it gets into the base, he will get his item, right? That's the one item that the courier can die with that you can still pick up together with the gem.
A good job he wasn't doing the thing where you lock the components, because then both the components would be out of the game.
Yeah, he actually... Yeah, true.
So
that could have been scary, but he does get his Rapier.
Oh boy. Well, that really is the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Do you believe in BZM here? Can he carry this game? He's done an excellent job of holding the game on so far. There's no doubt about it. If he wasn't popping off as hard as he was, this game would have been over 20 minutes ago. But keeping the game alive. And you cannot...
The question is what Liquid are going to do to solve this morph now if they're going to buy a Scythe. So for now, they're eyeing up a refresher on Tiny, so they're going to have double tree volley and all the combos with 4 tosses.
Okay.
Razor has his refresher. I think Zai should probably get a Hex as his next item, and I think this one is looking a lot safer for Liquid. If they don't want to push right now and they just want to farm, that is the item, I think, for Razor to grab here. So like, just bide your time. You don't have to force into Aegis Cheese right now. As long as you have a good grasp of where OG are so you don't get caught off, you can still farm your items and progress toward a safer way of ending the game.
And honestly, at the moment, I got to say, Amar's holding on to the Refresher Shard. I'd be kind of tempted to give that Refresher Shard to BZM. You know what I'm talking about? 4 waveform, waveforming 4 times across the team with that waveform attack targets. That could be pretty deadly.
It is very good. The problem is what item are you...
I mean, you've got Aegis,
what item are you backpacking?
right? You can backpack out one of the defensive items. It could set up for a big play.
The problem is all of his defensive items kind of add to his mobility that he needs to deal the damage.
Sure,
right?
to sort of get in position to get those big sort of angles.
Yeah. But I see what you mean. I think you could maybe swap it in instead of the Manta, and then you can still use the Silver Edge to try to get in and just blast people with all the waveforms in a row, potentially.
Oh, Mickey. He's going to jump in for this one. We'll be able to get the quick kill. We're going to see BZM look to commit in. He's going to keep himself held off to the side. He's trying to take down the bear, but Matu's bear bashing him, rooting him for now. BZM turns over towards Instania. That's one down. Taking out Instania, but he's losing his teammates. 3 dead on OG. It's just Uragi and BZM left alive. And Mikke will jump over with the combo. That's BZM down to once. They've got to come in with some sort of buyback. Amar, he's buying back, TPing over to try and help him. But the controls there, they surround him. He's able to waveform out. BZM will escape. He'll keep himself alive. But Amar did buy back for this to try and take the attention over towards him. He'll die for that. He's out. They're not even going to try a BZM in his zone. They'll just call it GG. It's done. Liquid. They'll take both games. The series, it's all theirs, 2-0.
And with that, they are qualified for the major. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's a lock for them. They needed to win the series to be guaranteed top 4.
I believe so, yeah. I believe this means they avoid sort of the tiebreaker situation.
This, but I'm never wrong, and therefore that is correct. So let's have a look.
I mean, you're the analyst, and you're the one that says the smart stuff.
So with this win, Liquid are now 5-2.
Yep.
Which is guaranteed minimum top 3.
Yeah, so now they will probably play.
They have a tie against OG for second place.
Exactly. So I mean, we'll definitely get to see if OG has a chance of fighting back. Obviously, the current rules, indeed, rather than head-to-head, it is that the teams have to play again against each other to get the positioning. That is the rules. But yeah, today, what a series. I mean, OG, they really struggled. I mean, I would like to say things looked a little better in Game 2, but I'll be honest with you, I think only BZM looked better in Game 2. Outside of that, OG was having a rough day today, Sid.